Hello guys and welcome to another deck profile video. This Saturday I went to the OTS championship in Euskirchen and I went first place. I did play Orcust, pure Orcust for this event, and I wanted to show you my deck list, and I would say yeah, let's dive right into it. So as mentioned before, I did play pure Orcust. I chose to, not because it's the best deck that you can play. I think there's way other decks that are way better than this deck, but I chose this deck because I wanted to play it. I enjoy playing Orcust, and yeah, the story part is I originally wanted to play a new deck from Legacy of Destruction. I wanted to try out the new Shining Sarcophagus deck, but the cards didn't arrive in time, so I had to choose another deck. So I really wanted to play Orcust because I'm the most confident with Orcust. I did play it a long time and I really enjoyed playing it. And yeah, I prepared not for this tournament at all, so I wasn't sure what deck I would face in this new format, because this format is quite young, with a new set, a new ban list, and yeah, I just wanted to attend for fun, and yeah, I won. So it was really a surprise, and it was really a funny event, and I think that is all what Yugioh is about, to have fun with your favorite decks, and yeah, enjoy your time, I would say. So let's start with the deck profile. I played pure Orcust, kind of a combo control variant with my spice in it, you could say. So no Horus engine and no Phönix and so stuff. I played triple Yugioh. Yugioh is the one card starter of the deck. If you have Yugioh, then you have the entire Galatea, the Yugioh line with Orcust, Quimble Skeleton and so on. He is the strongest normal summon you have. Then I played freshly from the ban list Triple Harp, special summons one from deck. I chose to play Triple Nightmare. I know she can be a brick, but I'm playing cards like Yugioh, not Yugioh, the Gizmic Orochi, which can banish cards from top of your deck, and if you banish most of your Orcust resources, then you really have a bad grind game. And on the other hand, I have a few discard spells in my deck. So if you draw Orcust Return, for example, and a Nightmare, and you can pitch the Nightmare to get into Yugioh. When the Yugioh gets interrupted, then you have the Nightmare already engraved. It comes handy a lot of times this tournament when my Yugioh was disrupted or I didn't have a Yugioh play at all. So Triple Nightmare really pays off. Then I play double Skeleton, because if one gets banished or I don't have access to one, then I have the second one for the grind game. Then I played one Brass Bombard. The Brass Bombard is for the hands. If you have double Orcust in hand, or one Orcust Nightmare and Orcust Brass Bombard, and you can turn your Brass Bombard into a link monster and then banish it to special summon Nightmare, for example, and then you have your plays going on. Then World Round for the combo. You really need one World Round. If you banish this or this gets disrupted, then you have a bad grind game. But if you can recycle the World Round, then you have an excellent grind game and grind out most of the decks, even the popular decks that are running around. Then for starters, I played one Armageddon Knight and one Daygrapher. I was thinking about to add a second Armageddon Knight, but I found it better to have one Grapher and one Armageddon Knight, because he can discard your World Wand or your Nightmares and then pitch other cards that you need, for example the Harp or yeah, most of the time the harp or the nightmares, and it came up 2 or 3 times in this tournament that I bricked with a nightmare or with Gizmic, and then you can just discard it, and you are foolish some stuff into your grave you really want, because your grave is your entire deck. You could basically say you always play with the cards in your graveyard. Yeah, then I played one Gizmic Orochi. Gizmic Orochi is the heart and soul of the deck, you could basically say. I know he's a card that can give and a card that can take a lot. But if you don't play it, I think Orcust would not be the powerhouse as it should be. And Gizmic Orochi extends your plays for OTKing or to play 2 destructions. It's really a powerhouse. Then for hand traps I played Triple Ash, Triple Ogre and Triple Impermanence. I think this was for the event the best hand traps, or generally the best hand traps you can play is always Impermanence, because it doesn't trigger talents and trust. And this one, yeah, shuts down most search plays or special summon plays. If you time these hand traps very well, you can easily win games against your opponent. Ogre I mainly had inside my deck main for Tempai. I was expecting a lot of Tempai at the tournament. There was not a lot of Tempai, but I was also figuring out that this would be a good Snake Eyes matchup, and also good for Voiceless Voice to hit their continuous spells and traps. So I put in Ogre in the main deck, and he was okay. I had 2 Labyrinth matchups where this card was absolutely dead. This card can also disrupt the Horus plays, so I guess Ogre in the main deck is fine. He saved me 1 game against Snake Eyes so that my opponent could not kill me. He wanted to take one of my darks with the Dark Shaman, so I Ogred the Dark Shaman and he couldn't go for game, and I could OTK him the next turn. So Ogre is a pretty good card. Then for Orcust spells I played 1 Barbel. 1 Barbel is enough, I think. The only exception is if you play against Runic and then your Barbel gets banished, but luckily this was not the case. Or if this gets hit with a Cosmic Cyclone, that really weakens your deck. But playing more than 1 Barbel is not that good, because you can brick on Barbels, and Barbel on their own makes nothing. I played Triple Return. Return is great for starting to pump your Harp Horrors or Nightmares into the graveyard to get your plays going, and you draw 2 cards. Then I played Foolish Boreal for extension and for combo playing. 1 Cold Buy for disrupting my opponent's hand traps, or against Labyrinth or other graveyard effect related things to disrupt their plays. For board breakers, you could say, I played Double Talents and Triple Forbidden Droplet. The Droplet is really insane in this deck, because every discard is for free and you want your stuff into the grave. I had a few weekends where I could do nothing, because I was stuck with too many Orcust names in my hand, and then I was very often randomly activating Droplet to send my stuff so I could keep going and was in the game. Really good card. Then 1 Arpius Federduster in main for back row decks. It was pretty good. To have it is better than to not have it in the main, if you play against Runic Stun or some shit like that. Then I played 1 Crescendo. I guess 1 Crescendo is fine. I would later play them at 2, but then it can brick and you can search it. Yeah, and even if you have too many interruptions, so let's say your Harp is gone, your Nightmare is gone, and you don't have any Orcust main deck main monster plays, then you can also send with Girzu the Crescendo, and then you can search stuff, for example the Gizmic Orochi, and then you can also make plays. I once did that at the tournament, and yeah, it won me the game. And then against Tempai, Snake Eyes and so stuff, I wanted to have it mainly because of Tempai. I played Double Strikes main, Strikes was wonderful. Every time I resolved strike, it won me the game, especially against Snake Eyes. This card is insane. But I did mainly it because of Tempai, because I was really afraid of Tempai. I don't like Tempai and I don't want it to get OTK'd that easily. So it's a clean 40 cards deck. Then for the extra deck I played the one token for Yugioh. I played one Link Kuriboh. Link Kuriboh is good for the token you generate with Yugioh to make Link Spider. The main goal is to normal summon Yugioh, send Harp, then reduce its effect, generate 2 tokens so that you cannot get impermed anymore. Then you turn this token into Link Spider and then make your Orcust combo with Harp. That's the main point. Normally you would have Link Kuriboh, but Link Kuriboh is banned, so you have to go with Link Spider. And I played one Relinquished. Bad news, Relinquished cannot be used with tokens, so you have to play Link Spider. That's what I wanted to play Relinquished for the Breast Bombard, so I can make Breast Bombard, then Relinquished, and then Banishing to get him into the grave to make your Orcust combos. So I wanted to make this deck as consistent as possible. So yeah, I figured out that with his help and Breast Bombard, the deck was better if you have briquettes. Then I played one IP and one SP, which was a very disruptive card, and this card helps you to win the grind game. Then also for the actual grind game, I played not 2 Galatea, I played triple Galatea. Galatea is a very important card. You make Yugioh with it, and yeah, it recycles your stuff from the banished zone into your deck. So what you most of the time do is to activate Yugioh in a late game, special summon itself, then you want the resources from your banished into your deck and you shuffle it back after you use the Yugioh, so be careful that you not banish your stuff. And yeah, the third Galatea came and clutched against Labyrinth. Everyone is expecting 2 Galatea but not triple, so you can win grind games with it, with the triple Galatea. Then I played one Link Yugioh that came, I guess, once. You must be a little lucky that when you activate its effect, that your opponent will special summon into zones he points to. But other than that, yeah, if you run out of Galateas, then you use Long Yugioh to recycle your stuff. And I played one Unicorn still, because of the pitch. If you get stuck with one World Runs or with Nightmares, then you activate Unicorn and you discard your stuff you wanted into your graveyard. I played one Trisbania. Trisbania was against Pendulum and all that cards that sets a lot of spell and traps, or against Voiceless Voice to banish their stuff. It came up once. Against Labyrinth, I banished 4 trap cards from it and he took 2000 burn, and after that I could easily OTK him. Then I played one Bowl Lord Dragon. The idea was that I wanted to have an answer to bigger cards I cannot out, or to cards like Colossus. I don't know how splashable Thunder Dragon Colossus is, so I wanted to have some out to it, because the main out, okay, if you play against Thunder Dragon or Thunder Dragon related boards, Orcust is the best deck against this, because Orcust always wins against Thunder Dragon, but I wanted to have something against as a surprise factor. And I played one Bowl Sword Dragon for OTKing. This was the main goal, to OTK. Pretty old, I know, but I wanted to have something to make quick end of the turn. Then I played one Ceroboros. Ceroboros was bonkers. I summoned him 2 or 3 times with more than 9000 attack points and go for game just right there. Really insane. And then I played the double Yugioh, probably together with Galatea, the best card in your deck his destruction and protection power is insane. Really, really insane. Then for the side deck, I was putting a lot of thought into my side deck because I was not sure what was I facing. I wanted to have something against every matchup, so I put in 3 Bestials, 1 Bald, 1 Juice and 1 Magna. They were okay. Against Labyrinth they were pretty good. Theoretically also against Lightsworn and against Unchained or against another Orcust if I do not have Babel. I get a lot of Bestials against me, but I could play 2 of them because I have a lot of extenders in my deck. And I play only 2 Nibiru. I sighted them in, but I never saw them. It's against crazy combo decks or against Lightsworn is Nibiru really good. Also against Labyrinth and against Phönix variants I played Triple Cosmic to have more than 2 back row. 1 Strike that I side in every time I go first, and I wanted to have another disruption trap card for Vampire Dragons. I wanted to play 3 Strikes main, but I didn't have the space, so I talked about swapping 1 Nibiru against 1 Strike, and I must say Strike is amazing. I wouldn't have won the event without Strike. Strike is a really good card. Then I played Triple Dimension. It never came up. I didn't draw them. I sided it in, I guess, once against Lightsworns. But this card really sucks against Link, but you have to play it if you wanted to play against Branded or against Lightsworn, Melodious, all that stuff. And then for board breaking, Triple Evenly, I only resolved Evenly once in the entire tournament. It was against Snake Eye, and I took 4 cards off him, and he really had a bad grind game after that, and then yeah, he loses. Yeah, that is my deck profile. My matchups were 1-1. I played against a pure Snake Eye that I won. Then I played against what did I play against then? I guess it was against Labyrinth. After that I played against Lightsworn with Horus and Bestials, which was a pretty close match, but yeah, it was a very good match. Then after that I played against Snake Eyes Melodious, which I didn't knew before that you could play these decks together, but it was a winnable match. And in the finals I played against another Labyrinth deck, which I won in time because he activated, because I forced him to activate his wall back into the graveyard, and then I had enough bodies on the field, yeah, and more life points than he has to win this duel. So yeah, okay, this is my Orcust deck profile. I hope you enjoyed it. I was really happy that I won. I couldn't believe it. And it took me one day to finally realize that I actually won. And I had an immense fun of it the entire time. And yeah, if you have any questions below, or if you in general any questions about the deck and my choices I have with this deck, then write them in the comment section below. And then I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, I would say we see us next time. Danke für das Zuschauen und nicht vergessen:
Glaube an das Herz der Karten!
So sieht es aus. Also, bis zum nächsten Mal, wenn es wieder heißt:
Zeit für ein Duell!